now. They hired Lee Jenkins from Sports Illustrated to help them craft a narrative to sell to Kawhi Leonard, and all you got to do is put this tape on. Doc Rivers is back as an elite coach. We got something, a special energy and chemistry around here in the Clippers. All we need is a superstar. Kawhi, get your butt on over here.
Yeah, all we need is that cherry on top because everything is there. Damn this. Woo. All right, first of all, let me pat myself on the back for one, being a Clipper fan, but two, for at halftime tweeting this out. Can y'all understand what I am? The guy who sees this and knows what this is, and that hill wasn't too high to climb. Right where we want them. We were down 23. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Clipper fan, but damn, in the third quarter, we were down 31. I was like, that ain't what we wanted. But we started to climb. Uncle momentum started to come our way. We know how that goes playing sports. There are two scoreboards, the one with your eyes and the numbers, and the one we feel in our heart, the energy, that momentum. We started to turn the tables. Here's the thing that's beautiful about this in story. L.A. Rams went 13-3 this year. There's another team in L.A. called the L.A. Chargers that went 12-4. Kind of unnoticed. A lot of people didn't know that. Looked up and was like, oh, man, they're good, too. Let's root for them in the playoffs. They won the first game against Baltimore. Hey, let's really rally for them. Put some respect on the Chargers' name. But then they went out against New England. And the way they went out against New England made people say, man, don't put no respect on their name. The way that you go out, even if we lose this series, means so much to Whitlock's point. We're going to go out with a fight that makes a Kawhi, a KD, whoever it may be, say, if I join that team, all I got to do is add water because they are ready to go.
The ironic part is that this Clipper team from the beginning, Sam Cassell was a good friend of mine, and they were talking in-house about how this team is different. Not to take shots at Blake Griffin or DeAndre or Chris Paul. Before they traded Tobias, it was more the unity within this group. Doc Rivers said this after the game last night. When I take a guy out, I don't have to worry about it. Okay? If they come to the bench, I don't have to worry about it. Unselfish. So they've been like this the whole time. Gritty. They work hard for each other. And you didn't think that the Clippers probably could beat Golden State in 7 games, but like you talked about, what do we show? Because we're not only playing for now, Matt, we're playing for 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, and who can we get in? Now, I just always keep in mind, this will always be a Laker town.
We get it.
Always. But you have an opportunity right now to make a dent and to go out and get somebody special. Who that is, whether that's Jimmy Butler or that's Kawhi. But I just think this team, how they play, is just gritty, grimy, and they play for each other, which is a difference than what we've seen in past Clipper teams.
I mean, I think they've bought in, and that's the one thing you can tell that this is a complete team. They've bought in. They've lost key parts throughout the season, but Doc has done a great job of keeping them focused on the task at hand. You know, they could have packed it in and got that extra first-round pick by not making the playoffs this year. They didn't do that. Ballmer wanted to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. Keep in mind, it's one game. Warriors will still win the series, but like you guys are saying, they've definitely earned their respect. And to me, they're the #1 landing destination this summer in free agency. They got a great owner. You know, everyone knows championships start at the top. They got a great owner. The front office is solid with Lawrence Frank and Jerry West. Doc is back to being an elite coach in the NBA. And everyone has bought into their role. Doc's main thing he used to preach with our team, be a star in your role. We had too many egos on our Clipper teams that were good enough to win a championship that kept us away from our ultimate goal. This team has no egos. You add a superstar, they have room for 2 superstars, and you're in instant contention for a championship.
Let me ask you this, though. The culture is there.
Different.
Who you add next is very important.
Yes.
Because if it's a Jimmy Butler who's had issues in Chicago, Minnesota, and a little bit in Philly,
right?
Is that the component you want with the Clippers, even if he's a top tier?
You don't.
You see what I'm saying? What if you don't get Kawhi? Okay, so, I mean, the next move is so important to where the Clippers go to keep this momentum because they can't sustain this right here with this group. They're going to be fine. But if you're talking about taking that next level, you need the right superstar.
The whole key, I think, is what Matt be a star in your lane. And Doc Rivers accepting his lane. I'm just a coach. Now he's a superstar again. When he was trying to do too much.
When we were there.
Yeah, and so now he's a star in his lane. And I think Matt's other point, Jim, is I think any of the top free agents should want the Clippers first. That's what I come away with last night. And I don't care if they get blown out the next 2 games.
No matter.
This thing right here is an energy of its own and just a message you can ball up and send out. And I think guys are going to love it.
Yeah, I love their point, how it starts at the top. whether it's Doc Rivers or even on the court, Lou Williams, who's a sixth man. With our team, really our seventh man. Like, Trez comes in before even Lou Williams gets in the game. And still, it doesn't matter when I get in the game because it's my impact once I'm in the game. Trez, obviously, and what he does. But if you look at Gallinari, who's always had the rap, if he can stay healthy, well, then everyone knows that they have some warts to their game or something that could keep them down. But guess what? I'm going to still shine no matter what it looks like. Kawhi is the only one that I really see fits this team perfectly in terms of mental makeup.
Right.
But I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe to get to the next level, we're going to have someone who's like got that star quality and star potential and going to come with them star issues. But because the core of this team is so strong, as we always say, the locker room is so strong, let him be him, but he's going to give us our buckets, and then we can still bring him into the fold and make him part of it.
I would say this on Jimmy Butler's defense, too, and I love Jimmy. I think if he does come here, and you understand this, the toughness in which this team plays with kind of matches what he talked about, probably what he lacked in Minnesota. How that corresponds in Philly, we still don't know. But I do believe this with the Clippers. I mean, you're playing with two rookies, a third-year player in Montrez, okay? Now, when they got Shamet, to me, following him at Wichita State, I thought it was a bad move for Philly. They had to do it because of the trade. But a young player that has experience over 4 years and can shoot the heck out the ball.
Right.
So their building blocks are there. And, Doc, you said it yourself, just being the coach and understanding how to evaluate the best way to win on the court with those players, just been genius.
And they're still in L.A., y'all. Like, we said a lot of great things about the culture, ownership, deep pockets. It's still
in L.A.
You're still in L.A., so the whole Lakers, let's take over the Lakers, that's all in jest. Reality, man, you got 16 championships. We ain't catching that. It's going to be forever. But what we can catch is impact. What we can catch is those youngsters who are growing up, have not seen a good Lakers team in 6, 7 years.
I think what's most important now in culture and society, what have you done for me lately? People don't care about the history of what the Lakers have accomplished, with all due respect. Just like with UCLA, people don't care about the banners that Wooden got, with all due respect. It's what have you done for me lately? It'll always be a Laker town. It's hard for anyone to catch 16 titles, but the Clippers will run it if they play their hand right this summer.